Goodness, the wind is wicked today. It had better not blow my shutters in again. 3 times is enough now. At least that breeze will dry my washout nicely. I swear, I've cleaned more bandages and stitched more cuts this month than I have in years. Well, that is the way of the world now, dear. Every little corner of it is filling to the brim with fighting. My, these rags, they never end. Though, after all the madness, it does feel good to take a day and just clean. And there we are. All done. We'll just go hang all this up and perhaps have a nice cup of tea. Who the devil could that be? Is that? It can't be. Well, hello. And here I thought nothing else could surprise me this week. Well, of course I remember you. It's not often you get such an unruly and impatient hero like yourself. I will admit, however, you are looking a little more spirited than the last time you were here. And you've been promoted as well, it seems. I recognize that insignia very well. I congratulate you, Captain. Well then, why don't you tether your horse down by the lake? She will be happy for the shade and water. The poor thing must be exhausted. May I offer you some refreshment, dear? You came to speak with me, I should have known. Nobody ever comes by just to visit. Well, I'm afraid whatever it is will have to wait till after I've hung out this laundry. In the meantime, why don't you go inside and help yourself to some fruit and water? I'm sure you remember where everything is from your last stay. I will join you shortly. Now don't argue. Your travel-weary face tells me more than you can at the moment. And I won't have you fainting only moments after arriving. Water, food, then talk. Understand, young hero? Thank you for seeing things my way. Now go on in, I'll only be a moment. The chapel doors are always unlocked. Well, now, young hero, I believe you said you needed to speak with me? I must admit, I was surprised to see you after so many years. You were so set on leaving my company when last we met, I was quite sure you would never return. It cannot be that you have come all this way to simply thank me for my services. You were always a grateful guest, just a very difficult patient. You need my help? Goodness, whatever for? I'm just the town's healer. A very good one, to be sure, but you must have access to the best priests and wizards in the kingdom. Why come to me? Ah, I see. You and your armies have had some more exposure to the darker forms of magic. Well, honestly, I'm not surprised with the way the war has dragged on. I can only imagine both sides are eager to bring things to a close. People become more and more open-minded towards depravity when times turn desperate. Oh yes, I do have a sense of how desperate things have become. Don't look so shocked. I may live out of the way, but I'm always listening. And you're not the only soldier I've treated in my time here. An expert? No. No, I don't consider myself an expert in shadowmancy or any of its lesser forms, or the politics of war for that matter. I like to know what I need to know, no more and no less. What is that supposed to mean? It means... It means that while I have great respect for you and your accomplishments, Captain, I have no interest in being involved in the current state of the world. I feel I am doing the most good where I am, and I am sworn to do good, or at the very least as little harm as possible. But I am aware you didn't come here for my worldview. You say you need my help. Very well. What with? You want me to go back with you? I see. You are reforming your leadership, and you want... what, exactly? A healer in your inner circle who understands your enemy's power. And you think Oh, why? Again, why me? I'm nobody. Quite literally no one. You could have the most powerful healers in the land. The world, probably, if you play your cards right. People who could counter any curse or hex you run across. Well, yes, I did save you from an almost certainly fatal curse. However, your case was a stroke of remarkably good luck. Not everyone is always as fortunate. What do you mean all my patients are always as fortunate? Have you been checking up on me? You've sought out and questioned other men and women I've helped? Well, for how long? I see. You've really done your research, young hero. Not so young anymore, I suppose. Very well. I suppose you could say I specialize in combating such magics as you've come to face. I don't particularly see how that benefits you in the grand scale of things, however. I have no skills in battle, and while skilled, I am one woman and could not tend every soldier. Teach others? Oh, you want me to join you and your army to teach your healers? Very well, that is a little more practical. I had not necessarily thought of that. You must understand, however, that some things cannot just be taught. No? Wrong again. Well, what then? I'm running out of ways to accommodate you. Ah. I see. You don't need help curing the curses. You want to know how to spread them. You want someone who knows how to turn your enemy's power against them. You want me to join you in laying down a scourge on their forces that will scar the earth where they stand. You don't need me to bandage your people. You want me to set theirs ablaze with their own torch. No. I am sorry, but no. I refuse to ally with a side who desires me to embrace destruction. No matter how righteous your cause may feel, I will have no part in it. My vows are to mend, not to tear, to do no harm. Perhaps the only way to peace is to end this war. Perhaps, Captain, you will indeed be instrumental in bringing all this death and pain to an end, or perhaps your army will grow in strength, and as you learn more to destroy your enemy will learn more to destroy you. Perhaps you will go on locked in bloodshed and death for another 5, 10, 50 years. And in that time, what of me? What will I have left behind? I cannot live with the blood of millions on my hand, even in the name of good as you perceive it. I'll thank you, Captain, to hold your tongue. I am not standing here for you to assign guilt for my convictions. Order me to! Well, you may absolutely attempt to pull rank here, sir, but you will find the attempt a little lackluster. I will not be coerced. And if you insist on staying here to plead your case, then I will simply restate that a healer's place is with the sick, not brandishing a knife. Not for you or anyone else who dares to knock on my door and tell me I'm guilty for not fighting fire with a match. Enough! Enough. I am sorry. I seem to have lost my temper. That was very wrong of me. No, stay, Captain. Please stay. I do not think you are in the right on this matter. However, you deserve more patience than what I have shown. Please understand, I long for peace as greatly as you. And I do believe that your motives come from a place of goodness. But I also know how easily those motives can be corrupted. How quickly the best of intentions go awry. Well, perhaps my words would make sense if I started at the beginning. But if you are to hear the whole tale, I must insist we go and properly stable your poor horse for the night. It's getting dark. I will prepare a room for you while you go, and then we will talk further. Captain, it is useless to argue. Besides, I saw the saddlebags you brought. You expected this to take a while. You may as well stay the night as you planned. Now please, see to your horse. Your curiosity can be appeased after.